everyone, and welcome to a Railway Empire 2 news video. Now, you might have seen my post the other day where I sort of said it's been announced, go have a look, but I thought I'd do a video as well to go alongside it, just to sort of build up a bit more hype about it, as not many people seem to know about the game. But yeah, Railway Empire 2, you can see the screenshots going through now. I, for one, really do love the game. Well, I loved Railway Empire, so I'm looking forward to Railway Empire 2. Just think of a Transport Fever, but on console. That's pretty much what it is, and you can buy the first one now if you want to check it out. I'll actually leave a playlist to our content if you do want to have a look and see what the game is about. But yeah, it's pretty much Transport Fever 2 on the console, but you know, back in the 1800s, steamers, stuff like that. It is amazing, and obviously trains, not all of the other things. So yeah, I suppose more of a, I was about to say, no, yeah, it's Transport Fever but trains. But yeah, a little bit of information about the game. So all aboard the express train to the riches and fame in Railway Empire 2. Don the coat of a clever entrepreneur, take over a small railway company in the early 1800s and turn your steam engines into the workhorses of the economy. Grow your company into the largest railway company of the continent and outsmart your competitors as you connect cities and companies with an ever-expanding network of rail lines, bridges and tunnels. 60 famous steam engines are at your disposal, all pulling freight and passenger cars as they usher in an era of historic importance during the Industrial Revolution. Now, 60 famous steam engines. I can't remember how many were in the original. Well, definitely wasn't 60. I mean, maybe with the DLC there was 60, but probably in the base game 20 or so, maybe a little bit more, but 60 famous steam engines in this one. So Railway Empire 2 features bigger, more detailed and lively maps than ever before. The whole of the US and continental Europe are covered in two huge sprawling maps, whilst more detailed maps put the focus on the specific regions of each continent. So that is great, because before it was more just focused on the US, so you had originally I think it was just the US regional maps, so you had US Midwest, US East, US South, US West, that sort of thing, and then I think one of the updates then added the US free roam map, which was sort of the whole of the US but a bit more scaled down. So it's great to see the whole of continental Europe and the US coming as well. So that's going to be awesome, and obviously you'll still get that specific region option as well if you don't want, if you want to scale down a bit more, get specific towns and cities instead of just the whole thing. Improved track construction helps you focus on the important decisions as you drive the economy and help the growth of the cities. Signals are placed automatically, which is quite handy. Hopefully they place all right, because before you had to place hundreds of signals. Well, you had the multi-signal feature, but then sometimes that would then leave a white line on the ground, and then it just so placed automatically. That sounds good. Bridges can hold up to 4 tracks, and the expandable train stations can now have up to 8 tracks. Is very, very good to hear. As before, it was a bit weird because with bridges you could only have 2 tracks together, which I never really understood why. Same with tunnels, you could only ever have 2 together. I guess it'd probably still be the same for tunnels, but for bridges it was only 2 tracks together, and if you tried to snap a third one, it was like, nope, not happening. So it's quite annoying, especially if you had one big grand bridge. You sort of had to split it into 2. And expandable train stations up to 8 tracks. That's very good to hear as well, as before it was only 4. And trust me, 4 sounds a lot, but when you have, 3 or 4 main lines converging onto that one station with 4 tracks, it starts to get a little bit messy, and there's lots of delays. And then in the old one, you had to build 2 separate stations with 4 tracks. So it's great to know that we have 8. And then you choose from 6 different characters to lead your railway company, each with their own strengths and weaknesses. Play the 5 campaigns or any of the 14 different scenarios if you are looking for a challenge. I usually tend to skip these because I sort of like just getting in. It's a bit like on Train Sim World. I just like getting into my own thing and doing that. I don't really do the scenarios or journey mode. I just like doing what I want. So set your own difficulty in the fully customizable free play mode, which I'll be playing, to build the perfect rail network in construction mode. And you can even board one of your trains and gaze upon the scenery passing by as the Iron Horse speeds along the tracks while you sit back and enjoy the view. So that sounds great. I mean, you can actually board one of the trains now. I mean, before you used to be able to sort of, have a footplate experience in the train but board the train. So that means we can now go in the carriages as well. That's great. And yeah, the characters, obviously, when you start a campaign, you pick a character, and each of those characters has sort of their pros and cons. I remember I used to go for the general, so he had, I think, was it cheaper track construction or something like that, but then one of the bad things was, I don't know, higher worker costs or something like that. But yeah, this is going to be coming in 2023. I'll leave a link below for my playlist and also the original Railway Empire, which is still definitely worth picking up. It's about £27 on Steam at the moment. But yeah, what does everyone think? Do pop your thoughts in the comments below. Obviously, developed by Calypso Media, and the developer is Gaming Mind Studio, and the publisher is Calypso Media. But yeah, very much looking forward to this. I will hopefully be getting it when it does come out. But yeah, really looking forward to it. I really enjoyed the first. It was sort of one of the first sort of train games I had on the console. This was back in 2018, and it was really the only train game on there, which was good. And now it's going to be getting a second instalment, so very happy about this. I will be covering it, hopefully up until launch. I say that with quite a few things, but it doesn't always happen. Although this one, this is good. This is a good apple. I like it. But yeah, thanks all for watching. Hopefully everyone has enjoyed it. Obviously, all credit to Gaming Minds and Calypso for the screenshots you've seen on the screen, and also you might have seen the trailer. I don't know if I put that in there. But yeah, thanks all for coming in. Links can be found in the usual places: Discord, PayPal, merch store, and hopefully we'll see you next time. See you all. Take care. Bye, guys.